Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. He's going for it all. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Got his man. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. This quarterback part of their running game. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Reed. Oh, they're after him. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national.
Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. All wideouts, no backs. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Concepcion. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Brown. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like? There he goes. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow.
Turning on the Jets. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Wide receiver comes in motion. Catch in the middle. It's Craven. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Back to pass. It's Reed. Buys a little time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trying to knock him.
He steps out of bounds at the 16, but now they have some room to operate. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off play action on first down. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Quick strike complete. And they'll knock him down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it,
got it in stride inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And they find the big play wide receiver again. This guy has been featured early, and it looks like it's going to be often. Already over 100 yards, still in the second quarter. He is having himself a day.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. That's caught. It's Craven. Still on his feet at the 45. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Texas A&M going quickly. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He might want another play. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll pull it down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. This is a designed run. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Not just do you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
Sends it back in motion. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Catch in the middle, it's Concepcion.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moss. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Trying to get the edge on the right. And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Trying to take it back. motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he's going to try to return this one. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 25, exactly where he would have been if he'd taken the knee. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback tight.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Reed. Finds the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Texas A&M going up tempo. Off the play fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
On the run, deep down the right side. At the 45, on his way. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And it's no good. And after the miss, it still takes 3 possessions to catch them. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play.
Turning it on! He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. the play fake on first down to throw. He's got an open man. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Rides to back and leaves it.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into. And
to the end zone and is picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. With the catch, it's Brown. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Gamecocks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
if I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
It's caught downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the route is on.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Reed. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Unloads it downfield. gets off the field on 4th down.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Across the 15. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They go to the ground, and he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up getting into their next game.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for space. It's Moss. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Just a little off. Incomplete. shake up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Grab behind the line. It's Owens. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the 4th sack of the day. This defense has had some bright moments, but they've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback.
They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing, and still got stuck for the 2.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Returner brings it out to the 35. And your Texas A&M Aggies will take over 1st and 10.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Texas A&M going quickly.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Looking to pass. It's Zeno. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Out of the gun, the inside give. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Quarterback may change this route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man on the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using it.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.